welcome my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do you need? Shadow read for this full moon in Aquarius to new moon in Virgo, August 2023. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I'm not bad. It's just spelled that way. I'm a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 25 years in service. At the time of this recording, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. It's in chakra chapters. There are chakras in the read. You might find it helpful. The Kindle version, you can actually preview the first chunk of it for free, including the table of contents. You get to see the chakra chapters and all the graces in there. But the original version, which was just too much for Kindle, that's over on Patreon. Ooh, I love me some Patreon. I just opened up our store over there. We have a shop now selling some digital content, so let's talk about it real quick. I love my Patreon. All of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. Benefit number 1, they get a daily check-in with me pretty much every single morning, an unlisted YouTube live stream link, so they chat with me about the astrological weather of the day, spiritual implications, magical applications, Sabbats, full moons, new moons, all of that. A lot of fun. They also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all relationship, soul contract based, so past, present, and future, there's a lot of them. And they all get an extensive discount, private sessions with me. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you want to hang around for that. And honestly, now we have 7-day free trials. If you'd like to try us out for 7 days for free, you can do that as a seeker or a human, but buyer beware, everyone who has done the 7-day free trial, stay a subscriber, because we're doing some amazing stuff over there. We're doing classes and workshops, and now there's a store. I mean, you can even follow without actually being a subscriber, right? And you can check stuff out in the shop. I love it. It's the best career move I ever made, and I'm very happy to be in support of Patreon, because Patreon is in support of me and the work that I do in this world. So if you feel so drawn, click the link, check it out. Just go look at the menu and see what we're serving over there on Patreon. The Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Hey, gems, truly, truly, truly outrageous. It's shadow read time. So let's do some explanation for the new Geminis and cross watchers, and then we'll get to the divination. If you feel like jumping ahead, go right ahead, except we're going to be talking about some rather interesting astrology during this 2-week period. So if you are new to my channel, welcome, Geminis and cross watchers. An 8-card draw is just 1 card from 8 different decks, getting clues, tips, and hints about really anything, but we're fine-tuning it for a 2-week period. A waning moon from full in Aquarius to new moon in Virgo, August 2023, to help you release, surrender. Well, when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. Enjoy the full moon. But then usually a couple of days after is when the releasing starts happening, and you can wait until those last 3 days before the new moon, the dark moon, the balsamic. That's when it kind of hits you all at once. This is a way of being perhaps a bit more merciful to help you alchemize, right? To help you release. There are 3 atoms in between lead and gold on the periodic table. Lead is heavier and toxic, but those atoms cannot be created or destroyed, only changed, transformed. I like the term alchemized, the language of spiritual alchemy, and that's what these readings are for, and really good cross-watcher reads, because you can get some insight, some understanding, some sympathy, and some empathy for the one you are cross-watching for, to help them release, let go, to shift to a more golden timeline over a 2-week period rather than a leaded timeline. We'll talk about that as we go, I suppose. Let's look at this 2-week period. Like I said, full moon in Aquarius, Tuesday, August 1st. Also, Lammas, Lughnasadh, one of the 8 pagan Sabbats of the day. Midsummer, because it's in between summer solstice and autumnal equinox, right in the middle. That's the official day. That's at 2:32 p.m. August 1st. And, you know, enjoy it. It's a high holy day. I will be. 2 weeks later brings us to the new moon on Wednesday, August 16th. Now, this one's a little tricky. By the way, midnight Eastern time. I am in New York. The new moon actually goes void, of course, at the same moment it goes new on Wednesday, August 16th, 5:38 a.m. I am not going to be awake for that anyway, but it doesn't go officially into Virgo until 7:14 p.m. So yeah, we're not in the dark moon anymore, but it's sort of nebulous. Not a great time to do magic in particular when the moon is void, of course, but certainly then you can get into Virgo, and I'm Virgo sun sign, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in that read, honestly. In between those two dates, the big one here, Chiron is retrograde for surezies. It's retrograde in Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's an asteroid, right? So find it where it is in your chart, because it's in the first sign of the zodiac, the child, right? So a lot of childhood wounds have been coming out for myself and my clients and just everybody who seems to be crossing my path, whether they're aware of it or not. So really perfect, by the way. This retrograde starts in July, already underway, and goes to December 23rd. Happy holidays when it finally goes direct. It could be a lovely holiday season, though, if we do the shadow work, if we do the forgiveness, the releasing, the surrender, the blah, blah, blah. Just to mention, though, the official day for Lamas Lughnasadh is always August 1st on calendars, but if you're looking for the astrological cross-quarter when the sun is 15 degrees Leo, that's happening on Monday, August 7th. That's when I do my own personal work. I do the group work, usually on the 1st. Or second. So there's our astrology. It is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs. And again, cross-watchers, you have plenty of opportunities here to not just get some insight, some empathy, some sympathy for the Gemini you're cross-watching for, but to apply some of this maybe to your own energy field, your own chakra stuff, so that as you shift, they shift, and you're not just helping the Gemini you're cross-watching because of unity and quantum, timey-wimey, and wibbly-wobbly, and all of that. You're helping the entire Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, helping us all shift. I have no planets in Gemini, but helping all of them shift to a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser timeline, a golden timeline for themselves and everyone that you love. So have at it. I think that's enough explanation. I think I've crossed the T's and dotted the I's, Virgo that I am. Virgo power, cross your legs. So the shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. I'm glad to do the explanation that I gotta do. It's only fair. You don't want to drop people down in the middle of a shadow read, an alchemical equation kind of read here. But let's get into that still point and do the divination that I am born to do. Please take a nice deep breath. And here we go. Still point. Pantheonic override. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers who are watching this video. Drawn to this reading, what is the dominant archetype hovering over the heads of the Geminis and the crosswatchers in the 8th chakra? Indicating the shadow work from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, sending down the codes to the other chakras, shifting what they attract and what they repel, so that they have the opportunity to no longer delay what cannot be prevented in the releasing, the letting go, the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy. What's going on in their 8th chakra? This full to new August 2023. Ooh, the Femme Fatale. Now there are 9 different families, groups, categories of archetypes. This is the wild card family, even though Femme Fatale, there is a feminine family archetype, but this is not one of them. This is very Morticia Addams, very Wednesday Addams, actually, if we want to go there. And all archetypes are neutral, so no matter what it sounds like, as bright as it sounds, as dark as it gets, and as dark as it sounds, as light as it gets, it's all a percentage scale there. So written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. I call that lead, that gold. 3 atoms in between the lead. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. I've been there in this life and in others. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You may be dealing with somebody who has the femme fatale reason, season, or lifetime. It's still your lesson, your alchemy. But you see how the crosswatcher thing works here, right? The light, the gold we're shooting for. You're shooting shooting for, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, which is magnetic rather than electro, right? Electro Woman and Dino Girl, if you want to go there. How's that for a flashback? Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So the normal healing process, the process of healing the wounds of codependence, this is about opening your own heart, right? And it is. It's a great sense of empowerment. I deal with the Femme Fatale every now and again, usually for seasons, not necessarily for reasons, and definitely not lifetime. Read Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mace, MYSS, she's PhD, these are her cards, and the 8 chakra system I learned from her, and Anatomy of the Spirit. So I probably can't say enough about Caroline Mace, but maybe that's a longer video I'll do at some point. I owe her a lot, though we've never met in person. Let's do this, her and Bette Midler, honestly, and Chelsea Handler and Margaret Cho and Kathy Griffin, you know? So, let's get the next 4 chakras down under this one. The internal, the feminine energy, heart, third eye, crown dynamic, using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a goddess feminist deck. Yeah, we got 2 healing systems, we've got 2 tarot decks, and 4 oracles here to hit the table. So, let's have a look-see-duck-see. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Goddesses override. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of air, the sign of Gemini, powers of the East, please, beloved goddesses of mutable air, 1 card in clarity for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of? Internal, yin-internal, heart, third eye, crown, throat chakra minimum, the willpower to spit, swallow, or chew, to delay or not delay what cannot be prevented. How many times you want to keep reincarnating? Other places to go in this world, this full to new. All right. Ace of Flames, creation, throat chakra, right? You may be chewing on this, right? You may not be ready to spit it out and make it happen or swallow it and repress it. Probably a chew. Now, I will say, the potential in any ace there, it's like a seed, right? So the seed of fire, like a spark, a creative spark. It depends on what you do with it. You could spit on it. You can be like, no, right? Or you can tend it and help it grow. So with that femme fatale thing, to have that creative spark inside of you is very magnetic, depending on what's going on. In the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy, looking at yourself from the outside in, or you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things, relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself, who you want to be in this world. Let's find out the masculine yang vibe here with the Mythic Tarot. Juliet Sharman Burke, please take a nice deep breath. Juliet Sharman Burke, please take a nice deep breath. It's quite a skill to make a shadow read fun, I think. I got them skills. Still point. My gods override. As I call upon my gods of air, the sign of Gemini, powers of the East, please, beloved gods of mutable air, 1 card in clarity for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of? Lower 3 chakra dynamic, masculine dynamic, yang dynamic, inside out, outside in, relationships in the world, to help them alchemize the femme fatale in the 8th with Ace of Flames, which would be Ace of Wands on the inner, this full to new. Ooh, well, how about some 3 of Swords? Now, I know, stabby, 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 except I'm not a literalist. Interpretation has no end, right? But I never thought that it meant heartbreak. Even when I started studying tarot at 12 years old, I started young. I'm going to be 55. I know I don't look at things. A little witchcraft and rapid wrinkle repair goes a long way. Alpha hydroxy, that was the fraternity I belonged to. No, I didn't. So, yeah, it's getting to the heart of the matter here. Now, if there is pain and heartbreak, because the dependency has been rejected, then this is an opportunity to really mentally go inside. If we're going to give that a chakra, This could be second chakra, one-on-one relationship to another person, a little tug-of-war going on there. But it need not necessarily mean heartbreak, particularly in the Rider-Waite Tarot. The Three of Swords, the heart is not broken. It's the mind, it's the element of air, the thought, getting to the heart of the matter. Threes, like tripods, are stable foundations. So once you get to the heart of the matter of something, then you can build upon that with then the Four of Swords, healing and meditation and all that stuff coming. And for an air sign, that could be, this could also be, communicating with tribes, 3 or more people. But I would say this is your creativity, your creation inside of you. So this might be not speaking at all if that's in solar plexus, like Three of Swords, third chakra, say no, my boundaries, my honor code. I'm going to heal this. I'm going to deal with this in my own energy field as I pinpoint. In other words, you could say this Three of Swords from the outside is more directed inwards to find your own inspiration, your own creation, whatever that may be. Interesting. Now, remember then there are 3 elements on the periodic table, lead to gold. We use The Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angelo Hartfield to help remove those obstacles, as Lord Ganesh, as I call him, Lord Ganesha, she calls him, is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. So very alchemical in that sense. Alchemical elephants for everybody. And I love him. I've had a career with him since I worked with the Ashaya monks when I started the company back in 1998. Check him out, Ishaya. E-I-E-I-O. Please take a nice deep breath. Ganesh is a lot of fun too. Still point. Ganesh override. As I call upon the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, please, beloved one, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your powerful oracle message to help the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading? Alchemize the Femme Fatale, from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, Ace of Flames on the inner, Three of Swords on the outer, this full to new. Joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy. It's the Ren and Stimpy card. Oh, I love Ganesh. This is about Iruku flowers. I remember this one. Card number 47. I know. I'm actually doing this on a Throwback Thursday, so I mean, the Generation Xers know what I'm talking about, I would hope. Like the video if you do. Oh, I got a million of those. Also a lot of dead comic spirit guides. Joy. Joy is the state of the heart and soul. Now, Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, he says that is the natural state of the soul, is joy, not just happy, joy. But it gets covered up, right? So, like, the sun is always shining, but the planet can be turned away from it, as well as it could be a cloudy day. It doesn't mean the sun stopped shining. It's in there, like Prego. Joy happens when the heart and the soul unite. This union is to achieve expansion for a greater good related to your divine path, which I call the golden timeline, when you make the most loving, wise, empowered choices you can, right? Joy can create in you a sense of contentment, acceptance, and serenity. Even when your life is in flux, you feel a deep knowing that whatever might happen will be for the highest good of all involved. That may not be mentally understandable, but it is a heart chakra intuition. It's tricky, right? To trust it, to get to the heart of that matter. When you have this knowledge in you, it brings spiritual determination even through difficult circumstances, such as those you may be currently undergoing. Again, Three of Swords in a general read could be exactly that. You will ultimately find your happiness even though you're going through this, right? Through this card, Ganesha acknowledges your stress and exhaustion as you work to adapt to new patterns of behavior and release your old stories. You may not be happy right now, but you can experience joy in knowing that striving through a difficult situation is important. You are urged to realize that you came into this lifetime to undergo certain experiences and to learn very specific life lessons. Course in Miracles. I'm a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles. It says each and every one of us has a highly individualized curriculum. That's pretty specific, right? Be honest with yourself. Allow yourself your feelings and emotions. Remember that if your heart is feeling wounded and it is healing taking place, well, there's that Three of Swords if you want to go there. You are likely grappling with deep feelings and sentiments that may have even been repressed in you for lifetimes. PLR alert, past life regression alert. Share your thoughts, feelings, and emotions and anxieties with those who can support you at this time. In the final outcome, your energy and your inner light are shifting to reveal your life's grand plan. Golden timeline. In this card, Ganesha holds garlands made of aruku flowers, which have the ability to eliminate negative energy from the body and mind of a person. It's very shadow worky, right? Could help. In your mind's eye, make an offering of garlands made of aruku flowers to Ganesh. In exchange, Ganesha blesses you with good health and freedom from ailments. Sounds like a gig. I don't know where you would find them. I mean, Amazon. If they grow in the Amazon, whatever. I am witch. I am not the botanist. Let's keep going. 4 cards down. 4 to go. The next 3 are Animal, Vegetable, and Mineral, the Divine Animals Oracle, the Magical Herb Oracle, and the Crystal Oracle, and then we will end with a Matcon Healing Mantra to bring it all together. So let's talk to the totems and spirit animals that everyone has around them all the time, and see how they can help if you so choose to ask them. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Totemic override. I call to the beloved pantheons of the nature kingdom, the animal kingdom, the beloved spirit guides and totems for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, offering them the guidance, the grace, the support, the protection, the love, the wisdom, and the powerful oracle message to help them alchemize the Femme Fatale in the 8th, creation on the inner, 3 swords on the outer, removing obstacles with joy, this full to new. Double whammy, Elephant, the Ganesh card. So obviously removing obstacles here is a thing. I love Ganesh. He's so wonderful. I mean, very earth sign too. I am a Virgo. I mean, let's not be crazy about it. Leadership is the key word. Card number 10. I only read the first part, the verbal description, and then the magical application, because sometimes they're very helpful. Card number 10, Elephant, leadership. There is a time to step forward and lead, and it is now. Be the leader in your own life. If you want something achieved, take the lead yourself. Be the example that others will follow. Do not lead by force, but instead by inspiration. Elephant magic is powerful, yet calm. It can be used when you wish to have obstacles removed or to move out of a limbo situation. Unless it's the dance with, you know, a Mai Tai. Elephants are wise and take leadership, which is where their magic is so effective. If you wish to become a better leader, or at least a wiser one, or you would like to attract such a person into your life, ask for the elephant to lend her energy to you. Now, I will say, working with Lord Ganesh is a delight. Has never been angry with me once, but then again, I'm a lot of fun, and he likes a lot of fun, gotta say. And peanuts, and stroke him on the trunk. And there's no junk in his trunk, just saying. because he's a god, you know. Ooh, very, very powerful stuff. And I mean, I'm literally looking at 2 pictures of Ganesh in front of me. So I would say, in terms of shadow work, removing those 3 obstacles, you have the help, but you have the free will here to choose otherwise, to delay, rather than prevent. Hey, man, come back another 5 lifetimes on this planet if you like. I would come back here, like, I don't know, in its 7th dimensional form, which exists now, but I don't have access to that yet. Let's see how it goes. By asking the magical Herb Oracle by Sherilyn Darcy and Deer Dandy, D-E-E-R. The next 2 are actually the same being, if you like, my beloved Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of Lyons, the Archangel of Nature, for vegetable and mineral. Let's see what she's got to say. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ariel, override. As I call to my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north powers of earth, hence the magical herbal, and next the crystal oracle. Please, 1 card in clarity for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is the newest deck. It's still a little slippery watching this video, drawn to this reading, as are a lot of Geminis. Actually a little slippery. Please, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your powerful oracle message from the magical herb oracle to help them alchemize the Femme Fatale in the 8th with Ace of Flames on the inner, 3 Swords on the outer, removing obstacles with joy and leadership, this full to new. Stimulate. Guarana. Does that really say guarana? It sure does. Is that stuff still legal? I don't remember. So many things have come and gone in the holistic healing field. Maybe I'm thinking of Phaedra, whatever. Good drag name. Card number 36. Stimulate. Ooh, you're gonna stimulate your creativity or someone else's, you femme fatales. Welcome to my parlor, said the spider to the fly. We're almost there. You know, it's numeric. Takes a while. I can count. Stimulate. This is just the oracular meaning. It goes into recipes and stuff. So, stimulate, guarana, oracular meanings. An opportunity is presenting itself to you, so understand you have what you need to take full advantage of it. Ideas and ways to affect change should also come to the surface. The time has gone beyond dreaming or planning and moved into a period of the first actions to make it happen. That makes sense with that Ace of Flames on the inner. Although you will find you are the focal point of a lot going on at the moment, perhaps even taking a leadership role. There we go, double whammy. Be mindful not to get too carried away with things or to become arrogant. A new adventure is also close at hand, and I think we see that in here. Now, as a femme fatale, that's like being on a mission. I light a candle, the smoke, if you're seeing it, it's the candle blew out. It happens. It ran out of wax. Ruby. Wax. So stimulate. So look, stimulating joy, right? It's just being stimulating, right? Just check out about, no, guarana, it's in like energy drinks and stuff like that. Well, never said I was a botanist. I'm a witch. You know, I know the magical applications more than the medicinal 9 times out of 10, though most of them are the same. Chamomile is a good example. So, let's ask my beloved Ariel for the mineral. I love this, animal, vegetable, and mineral. You never know what they're going to make me do for the next 5-card or 8-card draw series, waxing and waning. So, let's ask her. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My beloved Archangel Ariel, please, 1 card in clarity. Using the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your powerful message for the mineral kingdom? A little guidance, grace, clue, tip, and hint. Maybe if they have the stone or want to get it, it could be a reminder, an amulet, a talisman, a just a remembering over a 2-week period there's something going on here for them. But more importantly is your message. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your powerful oracle message to help the Geminis and the cross watchers alchemize their shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, femme fatale in the 8th, and all of that. This full to new Amazonite or Amazonite. I've heard it said both ways. I think Amazonite is the right way to say it, but, you know, don't clock me on that. I don't really care. I have a piece, though. Yeah. Want to see what it looks like? It's a very, very pretty stone. Right, so there you go. That's Amazonite there. Amazonite, you know. Themyscira now. Themyscira forever. Let me read you. This is a very, very good book, by the way. I really do like Tony Carmine Salerno's Oracles, Blue Angel Publishing, also known as Artist's Stone. All right, so there's that creativity. If you're not, everybody has an artist in them. It's just, are you giving it room to breathe and express? Keywords: peace, serenity, spiritual connection. It could be with another person with that 3 of Swords. Balance, perception, and creativity. So we literally have creation and creativity. And with this leadership thing here, interesting. Your current confusion and frustration are a result of the emotional instability which has caused you to see things from an imbalanced perspective. That obviously could be a situation, third of Swords, 3 of Swords, like really getting to the heart of this. This has all come about because you have allowed yourself to become physically, emotionally, and mentally drained. I could see what that would stimulate, right? Doesn't that make sense? You drain, you got kind of like re-stimulate, recharge. The beautiful healing energies that radiate from this Amazonite crystal will help restore your balance, peace, and clarity. Let go of all concerns. Trust! Exclamation point. Mr. Salerno's big on that. All you desire will soon manifest, but this is the cleanup. This is the releasing, right? To get ready for that new moon. This is a good time to switch off and get away from it all for a while. Spending time in nature will help. The more you let go of a desired outcome, the clearer things will seem, and the faster you will get what you want. All right, this could very easily be a romantic read where you didn't get what you want, right? And our dependencies on others for our happiness just never works. I mean, happiness comes from within. Joy is our natural state. I know. You don't have to like it, but it's still the truth, right? And that's what we mean, the alchemy from illusions to truth. I'm nothing without you. No, I'm one with all. Thank you very much. We all are, oddly enough. So, peace, serenity, spiritual connection, balance, perception. Perception is not reality all the time. The sun does not rise in the east and set in the west if the planet turns on an axis. Spoiler alert, ours does. So, you know, keep that in mind. Both of them, Gemini. So, yeah, that's pretty powerful. I think sort of more like the peace thing there, the serenity now. But for the Artist Stone, to take your creativity rather than destructivity, right? To do the alchemy here and amp up your vibe. The Femme Fatale, I've had my moments here and there, right? It's just very magnetic, and the Femme Fatale doesn't necessarily hunt. The prey comes to them. Very Belquist, American Gods. If you're familiar. Thank you, Neil Gaiman. Oh, what I would do to that man. And I missed Terry Pratchett, even though we didn't write that book. But The New Good Omens is coming, season 2, and I'm psyched. The turtle moves, even though it's not a turtle movie. Anyway, our last card down, the Batcon Healing Mantra. Heads up, cross watchers, this is where you can really work this, because just the quantum entanglement of soul contracts, you're either healing yourself as a twin flame in this, or you're helping each other heal as a soulmate. So some great links in the description box about soul contracts and stuff. So here's an opportunity, should you so choose, to do a little bit of a mantra every day for 2 weeks. Both of you, Geminis and cross watchers. So let's get our last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Masters Override. As I call upon the beloved Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, please, beloved ones, One card in clarity, your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your powerful healing mantra to help the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, alchemize the Femme, Fatale, in the 8th chakra, shadow light, light to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, Ace of Flames, creation on the inner, 3 of Swords on the outer, removing obstacles with joy, taking leadership, stimulating some way, somehow with peace and serenity, maybe unplugging a little bit and taking the time to get to the heart of the matter here. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, beloved Ascended Masters, for the Geminis and the Cross Watchers this full to new August 2023? Inspiring others, a leadership skill that seems lacking in the world. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. And you can even do that silently if you're not ready to just come right out and say it, right? Acknowledging other people's gifts without an agenda, however, a hidden agenda, is that, well, with the hidden agenda, right, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. Oh, you're so creative. No, no, said the witch to the spider, to the fly. There's always flies involved with femme fatales in my experience, having been one. Let's see, where are we? Inspiring others. Inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. Nice gifts. When others are inspired, you allow them to take center stage and step into a greater acknowledgement of their personal power. This is a leadership skill. When others are made to feel useful, they are likely to embrace more courageous decisions as their self-worth increases. Imagine the perfection of not having to do everything by yourself and infusing others with a greater sense of purpose just by asking for their help. It's not a matter of feeling weak or being incapable. Instead, it's about realizing the gift of inspiration you possess simply by inviting others to be a part of your day. And then as you stimulate yourself and find joy from this, you will be stimulating others' creativity and their empowerment and their sense of self-worth just by calling it out. That is totally a leadership skill. This mantra is ideal for increasing intimacy in relationships. Femme fatale, resolving martyrdom, because that's just so much fun, and communicating your needs. There we go. 3rd house, communication, self-expression, Gemini. All right, so we've got them on the table. Let's put it all together in a bless summation, a combination of blessing and summation. One of them, they're Patreon words that we came up with. And that officially will end the reading. If you want to hang around for the little bit after that, while I release all of you, and we'll talk a little bit about Patreon and private sessions and all of that, you're more than welcome to. Ready? Last time. Please take a nice deep breath. It is my favorite part. Still point. Pantheonic override. And we end as we began. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need. This full to new, highlighting their erotic energy of the feminine, opening their heart when their dependency is rejected, because there is a spark of creation, a little inspiration, a little heart's desire perhaps that is in there as a little spark, but they need to get to the heart of the matter on that. And maybe there is a frustrating situation here, or maybe even some heartbreak in play, but there's more room in a broken heart, and they can remove some of the obstacles here by tuning into the essential joy. And maybe even talking to people about it in a way, as we see some communication going on here, taking a position of leadership, but leadership by example. Not being a dictatorship, but a true leadership. Certainly stimulating their own creativity and perhaps stimulating the creativity in others as they really tune to and ground into a place of peace and serenity and calm with the artist stone amazonite so they can more readily inspire others, because they can help others feel empowered just by acknowledging their gifts. So may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the fear to love, a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser version of themselves, and the cross watchers in the golden timeline of their lifetimes for their well-being, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Underworld Catwalk, Janet Grace Alvarado. I love this music so much. And if you liked the music, I mean the reading, hit the thumbs up. Help other Geminis and crosswatchers find the gig. It's a very powerful reading, right? And certainly, if you want more of me, a deeper dive, check out Patreon. I mean, you can literally follow us and not pay a cent, not just in the free trials, that, you know, is a thing, but you can just follow along, just like following somebody on Facebook or whatever, without actually, you know, being a friend, whatever. And now we got the digital store, the 7-day free trials. And remember, all of my subscribers get the 3 basics. They get the extended readings, they get the daily check-ins, and they get the extensive discounts on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling, and readings, which I love doing. It's really, that's where my divinatory skill comes in, is I'm in the one-on-one. Virgo, second chakra, yeah, it's a gig. So yeah, really, I highly recommend for creativity, absolutely check out being a creator for yourself. It is the best career move I have ever made to date. And yeah, if you want to book me for one of them, they're private sessions. There's a link in the description box I made for the 25th anniversary, when I finally raised my prices after 25 years. It's called Booking Private Sessions with Mal, but it's also, you can find all the information on my website, drawingthecircle.com. There's a store, usually it's around here somewhere if you're on a laptop. Click on it, you'll see all sorts of digital content for sale there, but you will also see a thing for reading packages and private sessions, so please feel free to check out the website. But the video says it all, and I say over and over and over again, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of funds. Oh no, 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 my gods would snatch away my skills. That's my vow. Ooh, my vow is to serve. So if you need that kind of service, Femme, Fatale, reach out. But you know, I'm a gay male. Take it down a notch. And I love you. I do. You gems are nuts. My dad, God rest his soul, born on Flag Day. Google who else was. I have trust issues with Geminis. Yeah, maybe. But I do have to say I've had a lot of Gemini friends along the way, and a lot of creative collaborators along the way too. So if that's this kind of read, this feels really, really good. So remember, lead by example, and a joyful countenance is certainly more inspiring than martyrdom. If that's your choice, well, give one twin the break who's martyring, and let the joyful one out for a little bit, at least in public. So wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed, my beloved Geminis and crosswatchers. Have at it. You can do this. Just find your way. You will. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.